Hello, Christina. How are you? Hello, Christina. How are you? We're just getting ready. We're waiting on Brent to get here. How's everybody this evening? We're going to be doing a behind the investigation. Uh, Brent will be in shortly. We're going to be talking about the Stone Tate theory, um, Pareidolia, and going over some evidence that we've captured on past investigations. Um, I'm trying to figure the StreamYard out, so please, Christina, you're blue now. If you would like to be blue, you're blue. Everybody, we're going to be doing a behind the investigation. Brent will be on shortly. I am ecstatic, as you can see. I'm in my Buffalo Bills gear. We were able to destroy the Patriots last night. And yeah. Bud Files, what's up? Stick around a little bit because we're waiting on Brent to get in. We're going to start here in a little bit. He had to put the baby to sleep. He's got a little one. So, but we're going to talk about the Stone Tate theory. If anybody knows what the Stone Tate theory is, it is Justy. Hold on a second, Justy. I got to do it on here. You are now blue, chick. The Stone Tate theory, again, folks, anybody that's in here, go ahead and you can post your link whenever you'd like. Post it whenever you'd like. I don't care. If you're blue, then that means it's fine with me. All right, so Brent's going to be in here a couple minutes, but we're going to talk about the Stone Tate theory, which is how energy can be absorbed by inanimate objects, such as limestone and wood. Anytime, Justy, stick around. This is going to be good. We're going to be talking about some good stuff. We're going to be doing a black collar. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just need to get Brent in here. Awesome. I think I've already, okay. So how's everybody doing this evening? We got about 4 inches of snow, and now it's icing. I was going to do something, but wasn't able to. But if you know who you are, you know who you are. Put the Twinkies down. You're a paranormal channel. But like I said, this one's going to be good. As soon as Brent gets in here, we're gonna. If anybody's seen the behind the investigations with me and Brent, I guess the Steelers did something good. And there is Brent. I'm going to add Brent to the stream.
What's going on, bro?
Can I hear you? I can hear you. I gotcha.
I hear you loud and clear.
All right, that's good. Or I think, let me see. All right, so you're going to be seeing me go on and off because I can't make moderators on this, Brent. I can only go with my phone to make moderators. So
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Yep. All right, so Past Life Explorer, you're already blue. Go ahead. Anybody can post their links whenever they want. I don't care. Post them. Let's grow each other's channels. But for everybody that has not met Brent, this is one of my closest friends for the longest time.
Yeah,
we've been investigating we've been investigating for a long time. As you can see, we both got gray in the beard.
Fact.
And so it looks like TJ Watt just scored a touchdown off of a fumble. Okay. Jackie's upstairs going crazy over the Pittsburgh game. And I'm sitting here going crazy because the Bills beat those cheating ass Patriots.
Yeah.
But how you doing, Brent?
I'm doing good, man. You?
I'm doing good. I wish we could have. I wish we could have investigated, but I think it was a good call to put it off a week.
Yeah. What's the weather look like there up in Maryland?
We got about 4 inches, and now it's icy. It's icing right now.
Yep.
No. So I already told the folks for a little bit that we'll be getting into the Stone Tate theory and what we believe to be it to be and how it works. And we're going to be getting into some Pareidolia.
Yeah.
Brent's going to share some screen on that. Go ahead, Brent.
Yeah. I was just trying. Remember, it's my first time on here. Comments. I'm just trying to see who all's on here. Just E. I know her. What's up, girl?
Yeah.
What up, sis? Bud Files.
Nope. That's our people right there. Bud Files are always supporting. Go ahead, everybody. Throw out your
up on here.
Go ahead, folks. Go ahead and throw out your links, and let's try to grow each other. Throw them out whenever you want to. I don't care. Neither does Brent.
Yeah, not at all.
We're going to be getting into the Stone Tate. Justy says, "Ayo, Brent." Justy, are you watching the Steelers game right now? Jackie's upstairs watching the Steelers game. I just heard that TJ Watt scored a touchdown. I know you're up around that area, right?
Hey, my daughter is like crying, so I may have to step out of here in a minute.
All right.
But I'll be right back. So I'll be right. Actually, I'll be right back.
Yep, we'll do. So Brent, like I said, folks, Brent, he's a daddy. He's squealers. So yeah, the Stone Tate theory, where you have energy being absorbed by inanimate objects. It could be a wood floor where somebody committed suicide, and the emotions of that action are soaked into the wood. This Stone Tate theory, I feel, is what causes most of our residual type haunts, where they're non-intelligent, they're stuck playing over through time. And Jane, what up? You're blue, right? Yeah, Jane's blue. Everybody, go ahead, post your links. But are you back?
I'm back.
You're good to go. So I was just describing the Stone Tate theory. Like somebody commits suicide, and the body lays there, and those emotions are absorbed into the wood floor that is on, and that tends to cause a residual type effect where that action can happen over and over and over through time. I feel that most of our residual type haunts, non-intelligent, come from the Stone Tate theory. Limestone, granite, things of that nature.
The big question I have about it, the big thing I have about it, with everything, and you're gonna hear the skeptic Brent come out. Like, I just don't understand the how. So, I've always looked at it kind of as or accepted as that, that kind of rewind energy. It gets trapped, and you get this residual playback loop. I don't quite understand it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But
I tell you what, man. I mean, for me, a residual type haunt is always more confusing to me.
it's definitely confusing. Actually, I'm gonna
go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, all right, well, I'm gonna take the floor then. So, I was talking to Ed today. We were going over a review for the for Gresham, and there's comments that we received and discussing them. The thought kind of hit me like, we're using the Echo Box, or you're using the Spirit Box, you're using something, and you get this response come in, but it's not direct to a question. It's maybe sometimes it is a actual statement. You can say, okay, they were just kind of talking, but there's other times where it just sounds like it was a word or a phrase or something that came from a moment. I'm just going to give one of them, like the help, get them off me. Okay, is that residual? Is something going on there? It's residual or something like that. And in which case, it makes me think: how are these devices capturing that? How is this energy? First off, playing in a loop over and over, and then how is this device randomly picking that up? Because sometimes it seems like it's intentionally moving itself into that, to manipulate the device to say something. Yet other times it just picks it up.
And Justy just said in the chat, she just said that's why she goes to Goodwill to get items.
I've heard her say that. Yeah,
she just said it in the chat. That's why she goes to Goodwill and gets items to test out. Which
and that's why I don't buy my toilet paper at Goodwill. That's be wiping your ass with some haunted toilet paper. That's just
that's why I'm always like, hey Jackie, don't bring any antiques home.
Yeah, we're done with antiques. I want to fix it up. That's nice. Give it to your mama.
All right, let me go out and talk to it first.
Yeah.
Hey, in the name of Jesus, you better not come in here.
That's right. You ain't allowed in here. But it's an interesting theory. In fact,
what up, Nate? I am.
Do what?
Go ahead. I'm just somebody in the chat.
Yeah, slightly used. I see that. Slightly used toilet paper in a pinch, right? No pun intended. The Stone Tate though. Like, all right, so in the basement in Laurel, we had on the SLS, we captured what looked like a dude being hung. And then we find out later, a dude hung himself down there. And you're like, okay, I can't see this being, a spirit saying, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to manifest myself, and I'm just going to, dangle by my neck right here for a couple hours. So when we got that, the residual thought was, the residual haunt was like, okay, I'm with you.
And that, Michelle, hey, how are you?
How do you watch that? How do you watch the chat? And
I'm in between. You got to remember, folks. This is Brent's first live. He's trying to figure out how to go in between. I'm going in between. But Laurel, if you remember, we caught that guy on the SLS, on the video, and we were able to provide that video to the director, which was able to provide to us that somebody hung themselves in that same location. The walls in that basement are all limestone.
Exactly, which is where yeah, and that brought me into the Stone Tate theory. We had a big discussion at that point about that.
Yep.
And like, I get it, don't understand it. That's just the weird part about it.
And
it's definitely interesting.
And that will be the first case that I know of that the SLS was able to capture a residual energy.
Right.
A non-intelligent residual energy. So, we've been in contacts with Laurel again for another investigation, and I can't wait for that one to get back out there and try to capture that residual energy in the basement hanging there with the new SLS that we have.
So since we have our family here in the paranormal,
Mhm.
I mean, is this a theory that you guys, subscribe to? Back, do you share the view there? Have you guys,
What do these
if
guys
you
think
haven't,
of that? Vodka Vamp, I just made you blue. Anybody can post their link that's blue whenever they want. I just made you blue, Vodka Vamp. Um, but anybody want to elaborate what their feelings are on the Stone Tate theory?
and I know well, if it was me on here, it'd take me like 5 minutes to type out a very short sentence. But so we'll give you a minute, or we'll come back to them. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on this. Y'all bear
The
with
Bud
me.
Files totally agrees with us. Thank you, the Bud Files.
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
sorry about the Raiders yesterday. I think they got screwed. I'll just say that. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Yep, go ahead. Post links whenever you want. Post links whenever you want. Brent has got an awesome photo for us as well.
All right,
we're
so
going to talk
we'll
about
get into that in a
Pareidolia.
minute. Yeah. Are you ready to get into the Pareidolia stuff? Because that's kind of the next thing.
No. Jane says, I'm a huge believer in the Stone Tate theory. I've talked about it on my channel. Yeah, do you have an hour?
Jane, well, hold on. If you talk about it on your channel, then clearly I need to take an hour or a couple hours and just go and watch your videos, and I'll do that. I mean, I love getting notification. So we have limestone caverns and residual details still show up years later.
AAP Michelle's Michelle's a very wholesome channel. Very family oriented, God based, and one hell of a cook.
Oh, I love Jesus and
food. She made some Skyline. The other day she made some Brent. They have a meeting at the altar like every Wednesday or Thursday, right before we go on for recording BTI. Good people. Michelle's Tasty Dishes. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead. You'll like.
Oh, Michelle's Tasty Dishes. I'm on that. I'm already on that. Is that who you were talking about? Is that who you were talking about? Dishes? Oh, I already, yeah.
So these are going to be a little bit different from our BTIs because we edit those out and we don't have a live chat going. So we're just going to.
Yeah, this is new.
This is
we haven't had to edit really any of the last ones, but we definitely didn't have commenters in with us. So
anytime, Michelle, you know how it is. You know what the deal is. We support the people that support us, and I love the message of your channel.
So with the Stone, so I'm just looking at Shadow Business Paranormal. I'm a huge believer in Stone Tape. So it's Stone Tape, TAPE, Stone Tape, like recording tape. Is that the point of this?
It's the Stone Tate theory. TATE.
That's what I always thought. Right.
TATE.
And I still don't. What is the?
Now I've heard other people in other countries call it the Stone Tate theory. So it might, but over here that's what we call it.
With my simple logic mind, Stone Tape recording of energy.
I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So we've ran into it plenty of times. I feel in our.
Well, all right. Let's use it as a segue into going back to what I was saying about the echo box and even the spirit box. So you feel, film. There you go. Exactly. Tape, film. That just a. You feel that one of those devices can pick up residual? Does it take intention to project something that we can actually capture? All right, so we've seen people who capture or people present evidence of a residual manifestation. Okay, fair enough. You capture somebody in a moment walking by because they're constantly walking down a hallway every Thursday. Okay,
With the Echovox, though, the Echovox only thing it is a EVP loop, right? It captures EVPs and recycles, right?
I'm gonna say no in this one facet. Yes, it captures EVPs, but EVPs through, just like you capture an EVP on a handheld or digital recorder. But with the Echovox, you get a manipulation of phonemes as well.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's different. That is, to me, that requires something intentional to happen. In a residual, I don't. You can't call it residual and having logic to it, having that intention to it.
Can't be. I mean, a haunt is either a residual haunt or an intelligent haunt. It can't be both of them.
Right.
It can't be both of them.
So when you get things, so by that logic, if you capture something, let's say the Echovox. Let's just go with the Echovox. Mm-hmm. If you capture something in the Echovox, if it's not in an EVP, because we captured EVPs through the Echovox, you have the Echo.
We've captured residual EVPs too. We've captured EVP plenty of residual EVPs.
Then that's fine. But if you get that, those phonemes come making sentences, then logic would say that it's not residual. Would you agree?
I agree with that 100%.
So it makes some statements that we receive head scratchers. Like, okay, then that had to be intentional. And it's interesting when you think really getting down to understanding why and what is what I like to do. How is that working? Why did that happen? I can definitely get on board with the spirit. All right, I'm a believer in the paranormal.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we've seen enough. We've seen enough. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So
we have captured residual EVPs though with the recorders. I would think that they're
believed to be residual. Yeah.
Like a residual scream. Screams typically, EVP screams are typically residual.
All right, I'm going to say it this way. Typically believed to be residual. Because in other words, none of us have a single fact to back up that it was residual or not.
I don't have
unless
I don't have a
scream happens
every
day. Do what?
I don't have a doctorate on the wall back here that says I'm a professional, but going from experience.
Unless that scream happens every Tuesday at 5:00 on the dot, or every night on the dot, same exact time, maybe I could get on board with, okay, maybe it's residual. But even then, maybe at 5:00, the spirit just has enough and has to let out some steam and scream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep, I hear you on that one. It's a very residual, like I said, has always been very confusing for me. Like,
exactly, me too.
How the hell does this shit replay itself over and over and over and over?
And what is it? What is it about stone that's retaining energy? That what are we getting?
Well, it's also wood too. It's also wood. We've gotten stuff, things being brought into places with, like a wooden bassinet or something. And
I guess what I'm trying to tend it to is a material a magnet for energy. I mean, energy just, it moves from one state to another. That's just physics.
It never dissipates.
You have like the attachment theory. So is if a spirit attaches to this doll, does it choose to attach to that doll, or in the same way, or is it just attached to it like a Horcrux from Harry Potter, or is it attaching to that wall or that wood or something because it has no choice? That's the confusing thing to me. Or is it like a prison? Does it create some kind of barrier they can't get past, that stone or that wood? We don't even understand what the energy is they're made of. What are they? Everything in the universe is a part of the electromagnetic field. Spectrum, everything. So we say, oh, they're EMF. Yeah, so are you. Mm-hmm. Everything we see and do is in the electromagnetic.
We all carry EMF, but that that's where I'd like to say more research is needed.
and that's where and that's kind of where I was going. It's not so much. I mean, yes, more research is needed. I think more people need to think through and discuss what has just become the basic accepted explanation. I'm sorry, did you? Well,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brent, but Michelle, let me show this to you. No, that's not it. There you go. Read Michelle's that I just brought up there. Would you like to, Brent? Would you like to elaborate to Michelle what you had to go?
And a man that looked like Abraham Lincoln.
Would you like to elaborate what you had to grow up?
Dude, yeah, like that's interesting because when I was growing up, and we did a video on our past stuff too, but growing up in my closet, and this wasn't just me that saw it. My mama saw this too. There was a family. I used to call them the farmer family because it was like a man, a wife, and his couple kids just standing. They would just stand in my closet, just stand there and look at it. And they never moved. They didn't do anything. My mom's told me stories where she's going to put laundry away in my closet and open up and see them and, whoop, and just close it and walk back.
I'll just leave you guys alone.
I'll come back when you're all done.
And Michelle, Brent's family is right up there with you guys. With the religious ultra religious religious.
They definitely love their Lord and Savior, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Well, don't we all?
You should. He loves you.
Yes, he does. So do you wanna go into Pareidolia?
Pareidolia is another interesting one. This is one that I struggle with because I agree with it. I agree with Pareidolia.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of a kick in the butt because you see the brain is just wired to I always say wired to make sense out of nonsense, which makes this field very you got to tread carefully because the wind blowing can make something sound like a voice or some just so many different things that our brains can be tricked with. Oh yeah, just easy. I know that. So it's hard to you gotta cut through it. Just take the time and cut through it. And that's why I said understanding, questioning what the general consensus is, what everybody thinks. Oh, if you see this, it's this. And instead of that, just digging into it and thinking through what could make that happen. Understanding how a microphone works. Understanding how a camera actually works, understanding how light actually works helps to break those things down so we can cut through and say, no, this definitely is not.
No.
Jared?
That's, we've had another one in the same clip that you're about to pull up almost where we couldn't debunk it.
No, it's in this picture. It's in the same picture. It's in the same
picture up for the folks. Get your eyes ready, folks. This one's a good one. Go ahead and let's share that screen, Brent. I'll do this when you pull it up.
All right.
Again, we are freshly new to this StreamYard, so please work with it. I think we're doing all right. Next Saturday, folks. Next Saturday, folks, 9:45, we'll be inside the Benson Hammond live on YouTube. I'm going to add this to the stream. There we go. So this was from episode 2, the Howard County Historical Society. This bathroom back here, we were getting a lot of feelings and activity coming from this room. Ed, who was our sensitive, was saying that it was a portal.
He's laying here on the floor, by the way.
He's laying on the floor right here, by the way. Because he was feeling it pretty good right there. So go ahead, Brent. Let's now the flashlight is also turned on by.
Yeah, let me break down the scene real quick for anybody who hasn't seen this. So I'm actually this is in a very dark room. I got the iPhone 12 or whatever it is, so it takes that night shot. So each picture takes 3 or 4 seconds to actually snap. So it just soaks in as much light as it can. And there you go. You get a picture. So it was nowhere near this bright in here. But in this picture, I was actually taking with a flashlight went off, and I'm walking around taking some still frames, and this is in the full visible light spectrum. Yes. So we captured and we talked about this anomaly here, and we dissected it.
Documentary.
In the documentary, and we did in a BTI. So there's a lot of information about this. We won't go into it. But one thing we didn't talk about with anybody, and we didn't present, is go ahead.
Go ahead. Pull him up a little bit though. For the folks that haven't seen this guy, tell us what you think this guy is right here.
And this isn't even the great view of it. I mean,
no.
When I darken this up, this image, go back and watch those videos, because I darken this image and remove, take it back to pretty much what it was like in that room. And when you see the depth and detail of this, it looks like a formless mass of energy. It's impressive. I don't know how to explain it.
It's definitely emanating its own light.
Yeah. And I mean, you see right here, there's a lot of lens flare. All right. There's a ton of lens flare going on. But this, I deal with lens flare all the time. This is not lens flare. At least I don't believe it's lens flare. But let's get into what will be left out. And this is going to come into the pareidolia. Because when I looked at this, I saw this. And then I saw this interesting thing here.
Hold on a second, Brent. Believe me and Brent had about, a half-hour conversation about this thing on the ground right here before.
Yep. So, like right now, I see it already.
Yeah, I see him too.
I'll tell everybody else that when we scroll in here, I see a face. I see an eye, a frowned brow. I see a hood, like almost a half mask coming over the face. I don't really see a nose, and another eye over here in the shadows. And it looks like an evil looking dude. And with all the negative, what were they? The mercenaries that were there in the War of 1812.
The Hessian.
The Hessian mercenaries. Yeah. Right. Hessian, or was it Hessian? Hessian. Something like that.
Hessian, German Hessian soldiers. To fight the War of 1812 in the area.
And we were getting all this negative communication and feeling from this guy. My son got taken down right here. This pew wasn't there. It was steps. The pews were all over here at the time. But our first investigation, and we get German in both the first investigation and the second one. And I mean, it's just, so when I see this, does anybody else see a face there?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, somebody very evil, almost like a dragon face to me. You know what I mean? Like the eyebrow comes up like he's got he's a little off. He's got a very pointy nose, maybe wearing a hood.
Yeah, I see a hood, and so again, pareidolia does that. Our brains are trained to make faces out of human looking faces out of stuff. So,
but the thing is, we've also captured EVPs and Echovox saying, we're in the light.
I know. So, yes. Dude, we're in the light. That's me in the light. Like we can see them. Like that's me in the light. Like, okay, I'm just, all I see is a light.
Budfile says they think it's a ninja. It's a pretty good one, though. I mean, that's a pretty good guess.
Then you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing, because it looks like a ninja with the kind of mask coming over and a hood. Yep. Holy balls!
All right, everybody, post your links, please. Post your links. I want everybody to grow in here. I want everybody to follow and subscribe to everybody. I want you to go like a video, watch a video, leave a comment on a video. Everybody, this is a little family here. I want everybody to grow with everybody. All right. So let's go ahead with more pareidolia. We've got a few more that we could talk about. But if you would like to watch episode 2, I can go ahead. Give me a second. I will go ahead and post episode 2 in the chat if anybody wants to watch it later on this evening. All right, so I'll go in here. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm starting to be a pro at this thing.
I
All
gotta
right,
scrub
so
here.
I'm going to go ahead and post. That's episode 2 right there, folks. If you would like to go and watch the entire episode of that video, we actually explain.
You froze up on me, bro.
Bunk that. All right, we're back.
Okay,
You there?
I'm here.
Yep. So watched it, and we try to explain that thing in the bathroom, and the thing on the floor.
I don't even talk
Something
about
else.
it in the video. I left it
No.
out because of Pareidolia. I left it out.
Yeah, because
That's where it gets confusing to me because it's like, you know, we don't present anything we can't say that we don't feel 100% is it.
no.
So Pareidolia is one of those things. You know me, I'm gonna knock out 99% of any
Same
visual light anomaly. I'm like,
Yep.
nope.
Same thing with
I've
the light
seen
anomaly.
too many things with how cameras work, but
Yep.
there is one in episode 3 that I'm actually like, I'm not knocking it out because
Here's a little tidbit on episode 3. This place was probably about a mile and a half off the main road in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this place, we work in the dark. We work, um, you know, our investigations are lights out. This place, I could not see 2 inches in front of my face. So much that I even walked right into a pole.
yeah. And it's funny you say that because I remember you telling me that. I wasn't there. I wasn't on site. But
Yeah.
there's a point where you have Jackie come up to film the SLS, and she flips it over to the visible light spectrum of her handheld, and your SLS dies, which was the only light source in the room, and it just goes pitch black. Like there's no light in the windows. There's not even light coming in from the windows.
No,
I was like,
I mean, the shades were pulled. The shades were pulled.
Completely dark.
And there's something that just pops over my shoulder, and
there
shouldn't be. And this is in the full spectrum. This is in the full spectrum camera. So, something hit, and I don't know what the hell it was. And thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Jane's telling everybody to not forget to smash that like button.
Oh, hey, there you go.
That. I want everybody to post links too. I want everybody to grow. But yeah, Pareidolia. Our minds are trained to try to make something out of nothing.
You know, and it probably comes from something to be able to identify friend or foe, you know, ingrained in our genetics somehow. But the fact is, it does. I mean, if you Google Pareidolia, it's funny because most of and go to images on Google or something, most of the images will come up like trees, and you'll see like a face in a tree, you know, and it's a distorted.
It's the same thing as seeing faces in the clouds. You know?
Exactly. There you go. The kicker with the one we just shared is it's not much of a stretch to see human features. You know,
no, it's not. I mean, he's really right there.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? He's right there.
But again, because of Pareidolia, I'm like, it's just me. And you know what? Almost all of us could see it. But just because all of us see it doesn't mean it's not Pareidolia.
Exactly.
You know, does it make it a spirit? I don't know. And we had this talk with and I'm not talking bad about Kevin. God bless him. I love Kevin. But with describing in the water, we talked about it the last time. I'm like, I dig it. I think it's cool, but I also know
too, but there's a lot of old school cats that like to use that. And I'm talking about some old school cats that know what the hell they're doing. And you know, we're talking spirit here. Anything's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys think spirits linger towards trees more? I mean, it maybe hippie ones.
I'm
That's
drawing some
that's a
trees.
joke. That was a joke.
You know
I don't.
what?
I have no idea.
It may be. I mean,
I
there's
tell you what. I'm gonna make a comment here. Here's a little
a,
behind
a,
behind.
a tree's always a spot to sit at hang out. Always sit
Sure. While
underneath a
you're
tree.
waiting. While
Yeah,
you're
while you're
waiting.
waiting. While you're waiting for him to come, right? I'm just
Yeah,
supposed to sit here
exactly.
and wait.
I tell you what, there are definitely some, tree hugging spirits. I think we had an encounter with I think what do they call them? Oh, elementals or
Elemental,
something like that. Dude,
elemental,
we had
elemental.
to run
Yep.
in with a spirit in the woods. We took a picture. We actually captured this red vortex coming up from the ground.
Oh yeah.
We seen red, what looked like eyes moving through the woods, and then on our digital recorder, it mimicked my voice 3 times.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely
said
stole your
exactly,
voice.
"Here's my energy, dude."
Yeah, it definitely stole your voice. Like it, and we played it back on the replay, and it was definitely saying it was in Brent's voice, and it said, "Use my energy, my energy, my energy." We
It was
called it the
legit,
mimicking spirit.
and the first time it did it, I'm talking like I said. I was stupid and young and foolish, and I was like, "Use my energy. Come on, manifest. Don't ever do that, people. Don't ever do that." And like a minute later, I'm talking, and it says it while I'm talking, and that's how I first noticed. Is like, what the hell? And then it said it again and again.
Yep, and again,
No.
and again.
Yep.
So, also, what we have planned for this evening, we're 42 minutes in.
What the hell?
Also, we're already 42 minutes in. We were going to pull up some things from episode 1, which let me go in and do a little bit of updating, Brent, before we do this.
Justine says my boyfriend followed my punk ass everywhere. He ain't ready to let go, honey.
AAP, yes, I believe that as well. They're not tied to a location. They don't have to be tied. They're not physically tied by anything in our reality, time, space, anything. They're free to go wherever they would like. So
I don't know.
That is a good.
I'm curious about that too. I'm curious about that. I mean, none of us really. I'm curious about that, but they're definitely, to me, they have to be tied by still some level of the physics of the universe. How are they interacting with this the physics of our universe? How are they talking without a mouth? How are they hearing without ears? How are they seeing without eyes? I mean, I don't know, but bottom line is they're still.
You got to think of it though, with our beacon theory, you've got spirits that aren't associated with the place, only but from the era, the time era, and they're coming into these locations, and they're there. It's like, why does that happen? How's that happen?
And even more so, we've got it. Here we go. This is another one. Just things as we uncover and we build up. And I want to touch base back on what we talked about earlier, but we've captured a couple times. Episode 1, Benson Hammond, and definitely in this episode 3 where we have a call out. Episode 1, call back all the families. Call all the families back. All right.
Yep.
In episode 3, we get a similar statement to call everyone. And that's interesting because if everyone's out and scattered about, right, yet they're able to call out to them and beckon them in. And now that, and to me, it's just to utilize the opportunity they have to communicate. And even in episode 3, we have arguing going on behind the veil. Turn to talk.
It's actually arguing, folks. Wait to episode 3. You're going to love it. It's coming out.
Blew my mind. It's
going to be a 2-parter, actually. There's so much interaction. We were the first ones to investigate this location, the home of Commodore Isaac Mayo in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. There was so much interaction in this investigation, we had to make 2 videos out of it, 2 documentaries. On fire. The evening was on fire. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Brent's doing a hell of a job putting that piece together.
Dude, it's almost done. ran into an issue here. We were basically done.
You know, we all got lives and shit. You know, it is what it is. I had two spirits going back and forth. Yep, we've caught in arguments too. Like literally, like, no, I'm backing Jared. No, you're not. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
you back like when they're. This is all EVP on a recorder. This isn't through Spirit Box or anything. This is EVP.
We weren't even talking.
Cussing at each other.
We were talking to the docent. We were talking to the oh my God, what was her name? Jan? No.
Andrew.
Yeah, Andrea. We were talking to Andrea. We just had a recorder going. Having to capture all that.
But we're gonna pull up. Actually, let me do.
Ooh, that's creepy. Just her son. She hears them arguing like, "Yo, mom, them fools are down there going at it."
All right, so right now we're gonna do a little bit of an update for everybody. We were supposed to have an investigation yesterday. We had to cancel that investigation due to a snowstorm in the area. Like I said at the beginning, we got 4 inches of snow and some ice.
Maybe y'all heard of it.
And but we'll be back next week on site. Honey, would you like to come in and say hi to the folks in your Steelers gear? What's the score?
Or you can just say hi to me.
You can just say hi to Brent. That's not over yet. All right, so hi everybody. There's Jackie. So we'll be on site next week, next Saturday, from the Facebook page at 7:45 and from the YouTube channel at 9:45 from the Benson Ham House. What's up?
Yeah, my perverted mind.
That's what she said, right?
That's what she said.
What did you say?
And then you get the reality right after that. Only 4 inches over
we
here.
We already get 12 to 18 inches. Only 4 inches?
Oh God.
Okay,
let's keep it PG.
We're a happy family here, ain't we?
So, folks, the whiskey's flowing. So,
so also we have a new video coming out. Well, a video coming out Wednesday. That is a old investigation from the Von Paris building. It's a very good piece. I put this one together. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. It's about 6 or 7 minutes long, so it won't take up most of your time watching it. Brent started it. You started it, Brent. Justy says you started it.
She's the one who made a comment.
Yes, he did.
Right. You can't blame me for reaction. It's a reaction video.
But yeah, we got new videos coming out Wednesday. It's going to be just an upload. And we're talking about when our documentaries come out to premiere them. From now on, we're going to be doing the BTIs live. From now on, we're going to be doing the BTIs live because it looks like people seem to enjoy them. I mean, we're 50 minutes in. We're getting some good stuff going on.
I can't believe it's been 50 minutes.
I know, right? It's gone by so fast. But Brent's going. We're going to go a little bit longer than an hour because I guarantee you, what Brent is about to pull up now is going to be cool. We're going to pull up some interaction from episode 1, the Benson Hammond House, which we will be at next Saturday live. And let's pull that up, Brent.
All right, hold on. Again. All right, so this is just a segment. Everybody can watch this whole investigation. You know, we are constantly talking about the Benson Hammond House. I hope no one gets tired of it, but this house is a big part of our paranormal investigation lives. And this
is our home away from home right here. This is where we had keys to the location. We could spend the night, and I mean, this place is just freaking awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna rewind it just a little bit so I can get back to screen. And because the part coming up is what we want to talk about.
Yep.
Oops.
In between the sewing room and Tommy's room, the action heats up.
Whoa.
What did I say?
There it is.
Okay.
Is it going off?
Compass. There it is again.
A little bit.
What's with the compass?
What's up with the compass? Three. I find the compass intriguing.
We all do.
We all do at this point.
Yeah. What was that last part there? Oh, to get. He says this is what. So this compass. So
Webb. Go ahead, Brent.
I just want to.
Compass. There it is again. What's with the compass?
What's up with the compass?
My head is spinning right here.
Thomas.
Three. I find the compass intriguing.
To get us. All right.
Okay,
So
time out. Let
Yep.
me go. Webb, what's up, brother? How are you? So me and Brent have investigated this place hundreds of times. I would say. I would say probably close to 100 times.
yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the first thing that we've ever heard of a compass. And it just so happens to be that there's 3 of us there that evening. Me, Ed, and our docent here. And it literally, and Thomas was the patriarch of the family.
Yes.
The one that built the house.
Yep.
So literally it's telling me that is what Thomas needs you 3 to get us. Coming out of the echo box.
Yeah.
Does anybody hear that what we just said? I mean, do you hear it the way that we just had it laid out? Because I do. I mean, that's 100% clear. That is what Thomas needs you 3 to get us. Crazy.
And there's no doubt, when we go back, I mean, that was going to be a part of this weekend. It was a big, a big venture was going to be trying to find what this was.
Yep.
And why they want it. What is a compass?
What is this compass and why do they need it? I mean, it's big stuff. Let's go into the spinning room, Brent.
All right.
Also, folks, if you would like to watch this is episode 1. This is a great episode. There's so much.
There is.
So much interaction here.
Oh,
obviously,
let's go a little before that.
I am shocked right there.
Yeah, this is cool. There's EVPs coming through. There's the Echo Box. I'm hung up on a name that keeps getting said throughout this right here. But let's go with it.
Can you tell me what I'm looking at? Very low. Very.
That was in the echo.
Say that louder, please.
It was. And it does. Listen to this, folks.
Spinning wheel.
It was broken, but I heard it.
The wheel was there. Can you put it together?
I heard a penny and wheel.
Can you put it together and say the word, please?
Cotton. There you go. Dude, that's a direct. We just talked about that.
Time out. So that part right there, all 3 homes come back. This is another documented case of documented history. There were 3 major homes in this area: the Benson, the Shipleys, and the Smiths. They're asking for all 3 homes to come back to this area because there's something that needs to be told.
I honestly think it's, at this moment, because they're about to actually talk about there's a recognition of who you are.
Yep.
This goes back to what we were just saying. They're like, holy crap. Okay, hold on. All 3 homes come back. I think they've been very patient, with waiting for a return. I mean, this is how many years since we've been there? You know,
this right here. Hold on a second. This right here, this investigation, Brent. You know, the folks on here don't know, but this investigation here was the first investigation of this location in 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. How many years since you? Yeah, that's just period.
They're just sitting there waiting to tell their story. So
But I think they were waiting for Basil Benson's men to come back. I think they were waiting for you. They're called. There's a title given, which is interesting, and I think they're talking about you, and because we were the initial that created a relationship there. So, and this also goes back to what we were just talking about, where they can call each other back. They can move in between locations. They're not tied down. There's a free motion that's allowed that they take advantage of.
Yep.
So, do you want to keep playing or
let it play? Let it play, man.
Could this response be referring to the 3 homes from the Timber Ridge era coming back to the Benson Hammond house?
Who's in this room? Do you see us? Can you tell us our names? Do you know us? Sure.
So that one's interesting because it's partially through the Echo Box, and then the last half there was EVP.
Yep. There you got a little bit of Echo Box, and then it finishes with the EVP.
Can you tell us our names? Do you know us? Sure.
Basil Benson's men. And it's a whisper there. And again, this goes back to all right.
Basil Benson is historically tied to this location.
Oh, absolutely.
He's one of the Bensons.
Yep. So it's just an interesting facet with everything going on. So there's a title given. There's a recognition. Hey, everybody come back. I think, the way I'm putting this together is everybody come back. I think this is who we've been waiting for. We need to get the message across right now, and this is our chance. That kind of scenario is where we're at.
And then when you watch this episode, you can see why we are so excited to get back in there next week.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait, man. I
know. I mean, this weather this weekend was definitely a damper. It was kind of a bummer, but we're gonna get in there next weekend. I'm stoked.
We're gonna get there, and we got a game plan. We're gonna have the whole team there. I hope to see everybody there live we'll do about a half hour live on YouTube with these folks. Jump in, let us know what you hear. We may be doing some spirit box, maybe a Estes Echo Box session, something along those lines. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to keep playing this or?
No, we're good. Let's we're getting close to about an hour.
Yeah.
So what did everybody think of that? What did everybody think of that? What did you think about that interaction? I think that shit was crystal clear, personally.
Oh yeah, no. My opinion may be a little biased, but
I think that was some pretty cool captures right there. And let me tell you, I can tell you right now that what's up, Bigfoot? Go ahead, post your link, brother. I can tell you right now that the static energy in that room, in that whole house that night, I've never felt anything like that before, ever.
Yeah, out of all the times we've been there, you never felt it that.
Brent, I'm telling you,
pretty wild.
Just find that part where I'm sitting there like this. Like you can just see the brain going, what in the hell is going on here?
You actually say, I'm gonna have to review all of this. Like you just tell your brain can't. You're picking it up, it's not able to hear it all. And the kicker is, most of the time you don't hear it right there. You don't hear 95% of what's coming through the Echo Box or even the Spirit Box. But when you get on review, you're like, that was clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Well,
I'll
he
listen to
says,
that. I'm the one who
he
reviewed it.
says they definitely need our help, and we're definitely going there to help.
Yep, that's
what
our
we're going
whole
to
goal.
do.
There was they had some issues. Actually, right where we stopped that, they started talking, and I know I keep bringing this up. This Rachel Vacek.
Yep.
Her name comes
Go ahead.
through.
Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I've already stopped. I've already closed it. But
Okay.
the Rachel Vacek.
Yep.
That's a new name for us.
And it's a historical name that we can't find. But the thing is, the family had Brent was the Polish. They had Polish hand workers.
Yep.
And Vacek is a Polish name. So
yep.
Is this one of the workers that were standing in there in the spinning wheel room that worked on textiles?
Yep. Or just happened to come back when everybody was called. They're like, "Well, I'm going too. I ain't staying behind."
Yep. Hey, everybody else is going. I want to tell my story too.
But legit, they call her as standing right next to you. You're like, who's standing right here? And you're actually talking about the docent. Yeah. But who's standing? You say, who's standing to the left of me? And it's like, her name is Rachel Vacek. And then you ask it again, and it says Rachel Vacek. Like, dude, why aren't you listening to me? I just told you who it was.
Yeah. That's about it for tonight, folks. We're an hour and 2 in. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
I did. This is cool.
Yeah, so did I. We're going to do these more often on Sundays. Our BTIs will be on Sunday evenings at 9. And I hope everybody enjoyed it and comes in for the next one.
I have to get better at actually being able to talk to you, have a thought, but also pay attention to the comments and be able to respond. I'll get better at it.
You'll get, like I said, dude, it's your first one. I've done a few of these so far, so it's like I'm getting used to it now. All you got to do is say your word, go over here, look over here.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I think you did a hell of a job.
Oh, thank you.
I think you did a hell of a job. But what do you say, folks? You think Brent did a good job on his first live?
Yeah, tighten up, Brent. That's loose.
Hey, that's what Just E calls tough love. Tough love. All right, so we can do a mass link share if everybody wants. Go ahead and share them out. Whoever isn't subscribed to whoever, go ahead and subscribe. But again, I hope we see everybody in the chat next week at the Benson Hammond House. We'll be live on location. Vodka Vamp is saying you did an awesome job, Brent.
Thank you.
Yep.
Cheers.
Yep. And I'm off work tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I may be going live from somewhere. I don't know. Possibly. Maybe Antietam. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some abandoned town in Ellicott City.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Baby. Hojo, where are you at, brother? You're just coming in. Brent, did you subscribe to Hojo yet?
Oh, I'm subscribed to Hojo.
All right. Awesome. Hojo, post your link. We got 6 people in this chat, and whoever is not subscribed to Hojo, subscribe to him. He's a great dude.
Thank you, Bud Viles.
Yep. Thank you. But we're thinking about going live tomorrow, like I said. These damn 4 inches, though. It makes it hard to get around anywhere in Maryland with 4 inches of snow because of the amount of crazy people around you. Brent, I tell you what, I took Colton to Sherry's house today to drop him off.
Yeah.
None of the roads were plowed. I couldn't go 25 miles an hour without spinning. It was
be slacking, bro.
Everybody subscribe to Hojo, please.
Yeah, Hojo's got.
And like one of his videos and comment. You know,
We love you.
that's
Hojo.
what we're here for. Like videos, comment, and subscribe. You don't understand how much that thumbs up helps a video to get out to more people. You know, so just go ahead and throw a thumbs up out there and show support. But that's it. That's it for tonight. So we're going to do it the way that we do it all the time. For me,
And me, Brent.
we wish you adieu, and we will not let you walk into that darkness alone. See you next week.
Cheers, everybody.